One of the most recognizable songs in Van Halen's history, and leader David Lee Roth is still praised for his explosive presence and significant contributions to rock music. The band's first top 20 hit on the Billboard Hot 100, the song peaked at number 15 and was released in 1979 as part of their second studio album, Van Halen II. It marked a sea change and demonstrated not only Van Halen's unadulterated strength, but also their capacity to write a song that strongly resonated with general audiences. What distinguishes Dance the Night Away from the harder, hard rock songs that characterized Van Halen's early career is what makes it so unique. Rather of depending on hammering riffs or dramatic guitar shredding, this song has a more upbeat, melodic vibe. Even though Eddie Van Halen's guitar playing was still excellent, he gave the song a pop-friendly vibe that was both modern and classic. In addition to David Lee Roth's irresistible charm and amusing voice, the song instantly became an anthem by capturing the carefree vibe of late 1970s nightlife. That celebratory atmosphere is emphasized throughout the song's backstory, embracing the energy of a night out, living in the present, and savoring life's small joys were the inspirations behind the songs, Roth added. The reason Dance the Night Away became so popular everywhere was because of that feeling of pleasure and freedom. The joy that music could bring was more important than just Van Halen's distinctive sound. Tanks for Whack-Thing audiences instantly responded. Van Halen 2 surged to multi-platinum status because to the single's widespread appeal, which was played on rock and pop radio stations across the U.S. Supporters welcomed the band's more whimsical side, demonstrating Van Halen's ability to rule both the mainstream charts and the hard rock scene. Fans took to the song immediately when it was performed live. Audiences knew they were about to witness a performance full of dancing, excitement, and David Lee Roth's trademark stage antics as soon as the opening chords rang out. Another important song that influenced Van Halen's professional path was Dance the Night Away. The band became one of the most dynamic and adaptable groups of the time, marking the transition from being largely recognized as a hard rock force. The track's success demonstrated that they could stay ahead of the competition by innovating. The band would go on to release a number of groundbreaking albums and arena-filling successes throughout the 1980s, and their diversity would continue to define them. Beyond its success on the charts, Dance the Night Away has had a significant cultural impact. An entire generation eager to celebrate freedom, joy, and life adopted the song as their soundtrack. It embodied the energy of a time when rock music was about more than simply rebellion. It was about joy, connection, and community. The song continues to be played on playlists, on radio rotations, and in live tribute performances decades later, demonstrating its enduring popularity. Eddie Van Halen's innovative guitar approach and Roth's captivating charisma are perfectly balanced. In Dance the Night Away, as critics frequently note, Eddie made a daring but brilliant choice by eschewing a conventional guitar solo in favor of focusing on melody. It opened up the music to a larger audience and gave it a new opportunity to shine. Roth's charismatic and swagger-filled vocal performance, meanwhile, made it into a celebration that you had to sing along to, even after more than 40 years. Dance the Night Away is still one of Van Halen's most well-known songs. The excitement, fun, and creative spirit that characterized the band's early years are still symbolized by it. It brings back fond memories of Van Halen's ascent to fame for devoted fans. Great music never goes out of style, as evidenced by younger listeners who are discovering it for the first time. Roth's passionate vocals, Eddie's brilliant guitar playing, and the band's indisputable chemistry combined to create this song a timeless classic. All things considered, Dance the Night Away is a celebration of everything that made Van Halen great, not just a hit tune. It marks a point in music history where a band took a gamble, tried out a lighter sound, and ultimately produced a song that became a hallmark of their career. Thanks to Eddie Van Halen's genius and David Lee Roth's passionate delivery, it became an immortal hymn that will be sung, danced to, and celebrated for decades to come.